besties. It's Ken and Han, or welcome back to the Girls Get It podcast with your host Ken and Han. Woo! Let me get a round of applause for Ken and Han. We're
Go
back
ahead.
with another episode, and we're doing a Q&A because what else will we? Let's just. Well,
I feel
that's
like we
just
need a
us.
different title for this because it's so bleh to be like,
I know,
we're
that sounds-
questioning and answering.
I know it sounds so boring, but it's actually not. I swear. So please listen because we're entertaining, and these conversations end up always being the best.
Comment down below what we should title these types of episodes. Like hot seat. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
something good. We need like a good catchy name because Q&A ain't doing it for us.
No, and
anymore.
I'm tired of titling the captions that
I know.
because no one's gonna search random Q&A.
I know. Why? I know. That's what it is.
From Ken
though.
and Han, you know.
I know. No, that would just never happen. That just wouldn't. But
at the
I
moment.
swear, they got These episodes got quality.
Hey, facts. Okay.
Okay, let's just get into it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
How many questions you got?
I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna
God.
ask all. Some of them aren't as good. I keep a running list nowadays because we be doing this so much.
Okay, let me ask first because I'm tired. I'm gonna ask you first so that you can talk. I just don't feel like
Okay.
talking right now. I need to
Oh,
hear.
okay.
I need to hear. You know what I mean? I just need to
Yeah.
hear an answer before I give an answer.
Sure.
Let's see. Let's start with one. Let's just. Okay. This one's good. I assume you know what this means, so I'm not gonna explain it because if you don't know what this means, then you're canceled by
Okay.
me. But I'm just gonna ask you, what is your Roman Empire?
Oh no, I do get it.
Okay, thank God.
This is good because I've seen girls saying like this is the girl Roman Empire, and I haven't resonated with any of them. There was one that I thought was pretty good, and this won't be mine because I don't think it's fair for me to take someone else's answer.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, maybe 2 years ago when LSU did that Beyonce dance, like to all the Beyonce medley songs,
Am I supposed to know this?
you especially as a dancer, you should.
I probably would if I saw it, but right now it's not clicking.
If I was a good singer, I would like hum the melody.
Yeah.
They wore like white pants, a white bandana, a white top. There was like a viral TikTok sound. You should know it.
I'm sure I do. The brain's just not braining right now, and I can't.
But that's
picture.
one that a girl said like this is my Roman Empire, which really resonated with me because as a dancer, there's certain dances that you'll just never forget. And you're like,
That's
I do.
so true.
Every now and again, I'll just think about it, and we'll go back to a different place in time.
That's literally so true.
Yeah, especially like my car, and I think yours used to do this. I don't know if your new one does, but it'll play like my Apple Music.
Yeah.
And I have some of my old dance songs from like Fox Troop on there.
And you're like,
and
this
it'll
is a
play
throwback.
like Way to the Future, and I'm like, oh shit, don't.
You're like, what? Yeah.
I'm driving right now.
Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about that in a long, like that song or dance or like that hasn't popped into my mind in a really long time. That's crazy.
It's one of my top 2 tap dances I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one actually. Now that I'm really thinking about it, do you have a video of that? Because I don't think I do.
I think on my mom's Facebook it's there.
Oh, I need to see that.
Didn't love the costume, I'll say that, but like technically it was very challenging, I thought, for me.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was more competitive than the one after. The one after sucked, and I also hated those costumes.
I wasn't in that one.
It was Hazy
Was I?
Shade of Winter. No,
I wasn't.
We wanted you to be in it, and you wouldn't be in it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I kind of wish I would.
By then you had a toot at the time.
Well, because for good reason.
I get your point, but like, if you never join a team, you're not going to make other people better, and you're not going to you're only going to grow as a soloist rather than a group. And I think it's important to grow as a group.
At that point, I was literally the only person in Fox Troop, and I felt like I didn't have a single relationship with any of you guys besides you.
Yeah, I can't change that.
No, I know.
There are certain people I didn't want to have relationships with in that group, and I knew them for way too long.
Well, that's
and
true.
Honestly, the whole reason I left was to get away from those people, and they followed me.
Yeah.
Specifically the one.
I know.
Madison was fine. Always loved Madison, but
yeah. No.
Shit, I should not be saying names.
I know, we're just willy-nilly out here saying all these names, all the if you listening, then you really getting the tea.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
She said, and I would do it again. Or
And out.
what's that? Or no, you would do it. Or I.
You would do it too for a check.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That
I was
sound
an
used to live.
employee.
Yeah, yeah. That sound used to like
Okay,
literally live rent free in my head. But anyway, back to the question.
back to
What's
the
your Roman
question.
Empire?
What's my Roman Empire? Shoot. I don't know. I don't think I have a good enough answer for this.
I know. I was trying to think of what I would say, and I don't know.
There's a couple like core memories of myself that I can't tell if are dreams or lies that I made up in my head. But
Oh,
I replay those. Like I have this dream I pulled the fire alarm at dance month, and I don't know if that happened or not. I kind of think it was a dream, but
probably not.
I believe it to be a fact, even though I don't think it is. Like in my
Yeah.
brain, it's like this is true. Um, so there's little things like that that replays in my head. But as far as like global phenomenons, I think it's the peppermint milkshake from
Uh,
Chick-fil-A.
I thought about that the other day when I was going through Chick-fil-A and they had some like fall milkshake, and I was like, ew, I don't want this. I want the crunchy crunch.
Right, right. I mean, I don't think I have the attachment to it now that I did at one point, but there were certain years where I would think about it year round.
Yeah. It's good. No, it's good. I wish that was like a year round flavor. I would get it.
Oh,
I don't care. I don't care if it's May. I'm
I
getting it.
know.
It's so good.
I know. So I feel like that if that's an acceptable answer, that's what I'm gonna say.
That's fair. My Roman Empire is what you said that one night.
Oh, see, yeah.
That one's good, and we still don't know. The amount of
God,
times
if you're
that
listening, and can you please just teleport me back in my dreams to tell me what I said?
the amount of times that obviously I don't think anybody on this planet, even our parents, have listened to every single podcast or watched every single video that we've ever posted. But if somebody out there has listened and watched to every single video we've ever posted, you would know how many times we talk about this because it's just that funny and we don't know what it was. So I don't know. We'll never know. But I do think about that on a frequent basis.
That's fair, cause yeah, that's fair.
But besides that, I don't know. Not that that was my question to answer, but I just had to add that in because I thought of it and it's funny.
Yeah, I feel like other ones would be like the idea of like going to space or like weird things like that like you'll never do, but it's like that just doesn't make sense to me. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't sit right.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one that I thought of because you just sent me one of these. At what age
Okay.
do we stop Snapchatting?
Now I'm over Snap. The only okay. I hate Snapchat. I want to delete it. It's annoying and it's stupid. The only person I Snapchat is you, and the only reason I have Snapchat still is because there are like one, maybe two people. Well, really, I can really only think of one right now that like that's the only way we communicate. And for some reason, and I'll tell you who because I don't care, and if this person's listening, they don't care either. It's Harry. For some reason,
Oh, okay.
he doesn't. I don't know. He's like lived in
It's probably
abroad for
cell
so
service.
long that his phone number is all weird. Like he doesn't have a regular United States phone number.
Is that a
Um
WhatsApp
yeah,
or
and I don't
Snapchat?
have that. So the only way that I
You don't have
communicate,
WhatsApp?
I mean I do, but I used to have it and then I've deleted it off my phone since, and like I don't have it on there now, and it's just like I don't it's not an app that I use on the frequent, so it's been removed. But I like only ever talk to him through Snapchat, and not that I'm talking to him on a daily basis, but I talk to him enough to where if I deleted it, then like there goes my communication with
Yeah.
him. But
That's how I kind of feel too about certain
besides
people.
besides that, I think it's use. I don't use it like I don't talk to anybody on there besides you, and that's literally only just because
Yeah.
we like have a snap streak that's been going on so
Right.
long that I'm like, okay, but I don't even have a snap streak. I literally don't have a snap streak with anybody else. I used to have one with Alex, but we lost it, and now we just like we don't use Snapchat. Like it's
Right.
just I don't even use it for any reason ever, and I'm so over it. And I swear to God, some guy asked me the other night at a bar, "What's your Snap?" And I said,
No.
"Absolutely." I literally said to his face, "I was like, no, that's gonna be a no from me. Like I don't
Yeah.
have Snapchat. I'm sorry." And
No.
he was like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, be for real. No, I
Be
think it's
fucking for
gross.
real.
If
Yeah.
you
A
want to
hundred
talk to
percent.
me, if you want to take me on a date, sure, ask for my phone number. We're too old for this. You go Snap? No, I don't. I
Yeah.
don't.
No, I agree 100%. And there's so many times, and even now, I don't really use Snapchat. I do have several streaks, and there's only one I really care about. Like, but to your point, there's a couple that I have that I only talk like to them via Snapchat.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not having most of the times conversations over Snapchat.
Right.
I'll tell you the few things that I do like about Snapchat.
What?
I like that your messages aren't stored unless you save them.
It disappears. Yeah.
Sometimes
I'd be saving.
a girlfriend and I won't say her name so I don't expose her. Will purposely snap message because we're talking shit.
Do I know who this is?
Yeah. G.
Interesting. Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, no trace.
Facts. That's fair.
Yeah. And I get it too because, you know,
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
But then too, I've kind of been liking Snap stories recently just because I know I probably only have like a few hundred people on there, and it's like core people that one probably don't care what I'm doing because they're from high school or like my childhood, and
Yeah.
two, like, yeah, people slide in my DMs, but like I feel like when I post on Instagram, not that as many people even slide into my DMs, even though sometimes they do, it just leaves up more like subjection for people to comment because it feels more public, where Snapchat feels somewhat private.
Yeah, I get that.
Because I'm kind of with you. I'm at the place where I'm over it. It's a little childish, and there's times where I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, what?
I know.
Why am I sending a random picture of my face?
Yeah, what's the point? Like, if you really want to talk to me, then you're my real friend, then just text me.
And I'm kind of embarrassed how long my longest streak is, even though I would kind of be sad if it ended. Can you think about looking at someone's face for 365 days a year for 5 years?
No, that's crazy.
That is bananas.
I also hate Snapchat because there are like a few men who like I don't speak to, and they just like randomly pop up on Snapchat, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you here? And why do you think that sending me a random photo of your chicken nuggets and saying like, get out of my face? I don't know.
I know. It's always like goofy hours when people slide in on Snap.
Particularly, well, I'm not gonna. There's this one guy in particular who always be hitting me up in the middle of the night, and I'm like, dude, why do you think that this is gonna work? Like,
well, I also love now that Snap released that feature where you can unsend something.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking of my recent incident.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you really think I didn't see that?
You think I didn't half swipe to read it, but not actually open it? You're dumb.
You really thought you got away with one?
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
Because then you see that regret in the morning when they delete it, and it's like, you know.
For sure. And even if you didn't see the message, you still see that they sent and unsent.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know you were on some bullshit. And then you decided that you didn't want to do it anymore.
Right. It's like, you know, you're embarrassed of your actions. That's a damn shame. Own up to your shit. If you gonna talk a big game, then deliver.
Own it. No, it's so true. Yeah, I'm over Snapchat, though. Maybe one of these days I'll delete it. I probably won't, but like, I just don't. This is just a no for all the men out there. Do not ask hoes for their Snapchats because that's just not it anymore.
Yeah, no.
And if you don't know that at this point, then I'm sorry. Then that's on you.
No.
What were you going to say? What's your long what?
Once my long one dies, I feel like I'll just...
There's no point.
Turn her off.
Yeah. Okay. That was a good question.
Because also, if a man's only sliding in on Snap, like, he's trying to keep you a secret.
So true.
You know?
Exactly.
There's so many people that fall in that category.
Oh my god, I know. It's gross.
It's a we listen and laugh kind of situation. Every time I see it, I just laugh now.
No, literally, it's
just
comical.
It's like, here we go again.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Okay, on the topic of men, I'll just go here really quick for a minute.
Sure.
Tell us the biggest thing you've learned from dating in your 20s. Or like maybe not the biggest thing, but just like a couple things
I haven't done a lot of serious dating in my 20s. And even casually, it's more than some, less than others. That's my favorite answer to give.
Yeah, what? That's literally that could be mean anything.
And that's how I like it.
Okay.
I guess not bad, but What's the biggest lesson I've learned from dating in my 20s?
Yeah, or just like some takeaways. I don't know, or things you maybe didn't realize. Like,
Um,
I
this isn't an original thought, but when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Like,
true.
if they do it once, they'll do it again.
Yep.
Um, if they jokingly make comments about how they don't feel anything for you or it's not serious
Believe
or
them.
yeah, but believe them. And sure, I understand wanting to give people second chances, and I'm not saying to never do that, and I'm not saying there aren't circumstances, but like I would say majority of the time people don't change.
I would agree with that.
Especially when you keep allowing and accepting the behavior that's not great.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've found more through I think observations rather than experiences. Um like men really put it out there how they feel whether they realize it or not. Like it is so obvious.
Yeah.
Like through what they do or what they don't do and if they care and if they don't. And watch actions rather than words. It's
Mm-hmm.
easy to get caught up in the oh I'm so sorry or I messed this up or I really care I'm just busy right now. Nope. He would make time if he wanted to. He's with the girl he wants to be with at the time he wants to be with them for how long he wants to be with them.
Mm-hmm.
Um there was one more thing. Dating any um
I would say not. Well, I would say don't date potential. Like, don't see somebody
fair.
and be like, oh, they could be this, or oh, if they just do this, then they'll be perfect, or oh, if I can just get them to no, because guess what? They if that's not how they are, then it's not gonna like that's not you waiting for something to change or thinking like, oh well, if they are just with me for this long, then they'll realize this and then they'll do this and then everything will be
Right.
great. No, that won't happen.
No.
So don't date somebody because you see potential in them or because they could be great if they just did that. Well, no, they're probably never going to do that. And if they do that, it's going to be on their own time when you're long gone and you'll just like that's just not it's just not going to be the right one for you.
Yeah. 100%. I think so many people think like the 20s is my time where I meet my person and maybe it is, but like
Mhm.
one I just said what say don't put so much pressure on it. Like you can
Yeah.
it's okay to date a couple people in your 20s, get your heart broken, maybe not get your heart broken or maybe break someone else's heart. And like that doesn't mean those were bad relationships or not beneficial for you to go through. It's also okay to casually date in your 20s and be fulfilled by that level of commitment rather than like the super serious like we're in this forever. Like it's okay to put effort on other things and realize like okay, my top priority isn't my love life. If it
Yeah.
happens, cool. Um and the last thing I'll kind of say, I saw this on a podcast the other day and it was great perspective about like truly like love and marriage and all those things because I
Mhm.
think obviously everyone's 20s is experienced so differently and I think it's a time where obviously people are kind of like making those decisions to spend their life with someone and whether it's you your friend people from high school people from your hometown you feel some type of way because you're either there or you're not or you're in between
Mhm.
or you're 5 feet over there and they're I don't know just on a different planet than you. I saw someone say something along the lines of you don't just fall into marriage you don't just say, "Oh, I met the right girl, I'm ready now." Like you consciously make that effort going
Oh,
into it.
yeah.
Whether it's with the person that you first meet when you decide that you're ready for it, but it is a conscious act in your subconscious to decide, "Okay, I am now ready for this chapter." And I
Mhm.
think for women, a lot of times we see men go to someone else and we're like, "Why her and why not me?"
Mhm.
Like it could have been you. He just wasn't at that place and you
Yeah.
weren't the person right in front of him and you weren't the
Exactly.
person it has nothing to do with your self-worth and vice versa for like the opposite way around too. Like I just am saying sharing from my perspective. Um and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be different than your friends, but I thought that perspective of like you'll marry the person that when you're both ready and knew going in that you're looking to get married.
Yeah.
And it's not saying it's the first one that you do it with, but like there is a switch that turns on, I think, specifically for men, that they're like, okay, now is the time. I go find someone, we pair, and we're together.
Yeah, no. That's why people say that like women marry who they're in love with and men marry who's in front of them when they're ready or something like that.
100%. And
Which yeah.
yeah, it's, you just got to love yourself and be so content by yourself.
True.
And I would say so many people aren't.
True.
And that, it makes me sad.
I know yeah. If you really think about it, it is kind of sad, but
I think people also think I'm crazy because I'm just like so not interested.
yeah, you're like so fine without being by yourself.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be hard when you find somebody who wants to be in your life in a serious way, because and when you want to, because
Right.
you're going to be so used to being independent that it's going to be like, whoa, what do I do? Like, how do I adjust?
And I think for me, it's like, is the risk of giving certain things up that I'm happy with now worth it?
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't want no man seeing me in the darkness of the night. That's all I gotta say.
Shit, that is my Roman Empire.
Oh yeah, true. That's good.
I forgot about that. I haven't talked about that.
I mean, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
That's what we should have a darkness of the night themed birthday party.
Oh my god, my jaw literally just dropped. Yeah, we
or
should.
like New Year's should always be themed darkness of the night. That's
better.
That's better.
I like that better.
We're on to
That's so
something.
good. I actually looked at flights to Denver for New Year's this year, but like,
Shut
let me
up.
just say, them hoes are expensive.
Them hoes are always expensive.
I know. Like, what? Do you have to plan a year in advance, or is it always expensive regardless of how far in advance because it's New Year's?
I think you gotta plan a year in advance.
Good God.
It's gotta be less if for next year right now.
I know. I mean, I get. Yeah, probably.
But I do think there's a point that holidays in general
Or
will
just
always be kind of pricey.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. That was a little ramble.
No. You're good.
Let's hit another. All right. What's a new habit you're trying to build or one that you recently implemented?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm implementing this one currently.
Could be one you're wanting to.
Yeah, okay. I would say getting up early.
Oh.
And to be honest, I don't actually want to. So
You don't?
No, I don't. I don't want to, but I'm doing it because I have to, and I know it would better me as
How
a
do you
person.
define early?
Well, like, okay, I don't know. Well, like, okay, anytime before.
Your definition of early.
I mean, if I'm awake and the clock says 8 something, that's pretty early. And even earlier than 8, girl, you gotta be crazy. You got me effed up. Like, right now, my schedule is 3 days a week. I have to be at work in person at 9 a.m., which means I have to wake up around 8 because I don't really do much to get ready. I just put my clothes on and like do whatever. Like I think my first week I like got up and got ready. I did makeup, I did the whole thing. Now I'm just like, it ain't worth all that. I'm just gonna put my clothes on and show up because whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Whatever. But those days I dread because I'm like, that's early for me to have to be functioning in an office at 9 in the morning. I'm like, no, I don't like this, especially because the other days that I don't work at 9, I don't have to be anywhere until 2 in the afternoon. So it's like a full 1-8. It's like a complete different.
Well, what time do you go to bed for the mornings you have to go or get up early versus the mornings you don't?
If I'm like really, really, really disciplined, I'll try to like be in bed with my phone off by like 10:30, 11.
Okay.
If I'm really disciplined. If not, 12, 1.
Okay.
Sometimes it just depends on the day. I don't know.
Just depends on the day. So you're not actively trying though to build that habit besides the days you work. It's just for work, or do you want to build it? Back to the question.
No, I do want to build it, and I actually am trying. Like today, I was up early ish. Like I was awake by I think I was up by like 9 something
Okay.
when like I didn't have to be
Anywhere.
anywhere until well actually today was different. I had to be on campus at like noon, but like still I could have woken up at 11 if I wanted, but I was up at 9 because I my alarm went off and I was like, okay, if I get up right now, then I'm up. Or I could go back to sleep. And I was just like, I'm just gonna get up. So like I'm trying in small steps sometimes, sometimes not. I don't know. I'm not a morning person, but I'm trying to be because I can get so much more done if I get up
Yeah.
early.
Yeah. I feel
So
like I went from the actual opposite of whatever a morning person was to now a morning person.
yeah. Yeah. I
Um like I don't know how I stayed up that late in the past.
it's crazy because like well, you would still like do like you would like when you were in college and you stayed up till the late hours of the night, you would be doing productive stuff. It's not like you would just be like you would be work like you'd be doing schoolwork
Yeah.
late. It's not like you were just like sitting on your couch eating chips for 3 hours from 1 in the morning until 4.
Yeah.
So like you would still be productive, but like
Yeah, I
now you have
guess.
no choice. Like you have to get up early.
Yeah.
If you stayed up until 4 in the morning, you'd be miserable. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say getting up early is mine because I'm
That's
really
a
bad
good
at that.
one. It's one that I'm even still working on now. I want to get up earlier than I do just like to do the bare minimum to get to work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would love to work out in the mornings, but
Oh my gosh, that would never happen for me, but I love that for you.
it's not like I'm always been a nighttime workout person. Like I get my
Mhm.
endorphins then, like it's just who I am.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things I've really had a hard time trying to rewire and I have not been as successful as I've wanted to be.
Yeah, that's a really hard one. Cuz you have to get up even early. Like that's a whole process to work out, shower, then get ready, then do your whole
I'd have
like
to be
that's
up and out at 6. That means like getting up at like 5:45,
crazy. That's too early.
which I do like sometimes for certain
Certain things.
situations.
Yeah. Yeah, but for that to be a daily thing, that would be a lot.
Well, I
It's,
I like my unwind time.
no, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
my evenings.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. How have I only asked you 2 questions?
I know, same.
The math
We're
ain't mathin'.
we're just chatty gals, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Okay.
why we keep a running list.
Let's see. Okay, this one's a really lighthearted and quick answer. Should I dye my hair black or should I not? Is that stupid? And also, did I ask you this in our personal life already?
We've talked about it. You didn't ask my opinion.
Oh, well, what's your opinion? I don't
I
know.
want to just 'cause I like seeing you with different hair colors and it's so dark anyway,
Yeah.
but I don't think the grow out process that's really what you want.
But in
You can't
my
just boof back to dark brown from black. You got to
no,
wait for the
but
whole thing to grow out.
but the way that I see it is that like okay, for example, when my hair was blonde, well, actually I'm not going to go down that road because that's a
It's different.
more complicated explanation. But like okay, if I put black hair dye over my head right now, for one, I don't have to bleach it, so it's like
Right.
easier. But essentially the grow out should not be an issue because at least
It's going to be
I'm not a
lighter.
no, but I'm saying like when you if you want to go back if I wanted to go back to brown from black, I feel like it'd be easy because the black will fade. It's not going to be jet black. Like you have to keep getting it touched up for it to be jet black.
See, that's what I don't know. For me, I just assumed jet black would stay jet black until it all grew out.
No, that's not how that works.
Because I thought the only reason blonde stays blonde is because it's actually bleach.
Yes and no. Like my roots would grow, but the hair dye itself wouldn't
Well, then yes, do it. Then there's
be
not a
jet black
question.
forever. It would like eventually it would fade. Like it's permanent, but it's not gonna stay that same as dark pigmented for years and years if I never
Not
touched it
years
up.
and years, but like a year.
If I went and dyed my hair tomorrow black and I didn't touch it for a whole year, by the end of the year it would look brown because the color would have faded.
This is just where I don't think I know enough.
Yeah, maybe
If
you
we're
don't.
asking strictly on color about the process, because I've never gone darker, I've only gone lighter.
I mean, same.
If you're asking strictly on color, I say yes. Because what's the harm?
I don't know. I mean,
If it can go back, why not? I just assumed, like, because for me, if I went brunette, it would take me years to get this blonde.
well,
And that's not even black.
that's because I think, yeah, I agree with that. But that's because your hair is blonde and brown is black and brown are similar families, so it's not.
Yeah, that's just where I don't know that lifestyle.
Yeah, I guess not. Because like right now, and half the reason I want to do this is because, well, one, I kind of just think it would slay, and for two,
You're kind
my
of in your
hair.
goth phase.
You what?
I feel like you're kind of in your goth phase, but in a good way.
Yeah, I think I am too. I lately have been noticing that like 5 out of 7 days of the week I'm wearing all black.
All black. Yeah, I've noticed that too.
And I'm not even doing it really on purpose. It's just kind of happening.
But it's kind of slay of you. Like it's just like the vibes.
I know it is the vibes. The girlies know the vibes, and da 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 or whatever that is.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
But my hair right now, I hate because the ends are so light compared to the rest because of the blonde. The blonde just really effed me, and I loved it for the moment. But now, like a year and a half later, trying to grow it back out is just.
Haven't you got like put brown on the blonde parts?
Yes,
that's
and
why I think black's gonna come out.
Exactly, which means it'd be easier. Like it doesn't last forever. I mean, it would be easier to go back to brown because it doesn't sit on there forever. It sits in there for as long as I want, and if I want to get it redone, I get it redone, and the day's great. But like these blonde ends, well, they're not blonde, but like they're way lighter brown than the rest of my head, are haunting me, and I want them to go. So I kind of want to dye my hair black, but I just don't know. I don't know.
Then yeah, do it.
Okay.
I will say I feel like you'll look very pale. Not in a bad way, but I just want you to be aware. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I thought about being Wednesday Addams for Halloween, so like I think I'm in my ghost era.
Yeah, you. That's a good way to put it. You are in your ghost era.
Or like not that she's a ghost, but you know, bitch, I'm a ghost. You know what I mean?
Well, I said goth, and I don't think goth was right, but I've been noticing the all black fits, and I'm like, wait, why do I dig it? And I'm also like, why did I ever stop wearing all black?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Matt about this the other day. Because he sent me a picture from like 2 years ago, and then I sent a picture from like 6 years ago, and he was wearing like that Vineyard Vines, like pink and blue. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He wore the shit out of that shirt.
That was his uniform.
Yes. And he had like the super like tucked bill, like baseball cap with like the North Carolina. And I was just like, the best thing you ever did was stop dressing like this.
So true. Oh my gosh.
Which I don't know. He's trying to make all black happen for him, and I just don't think it's for him.
I don't see that for him.
Like he's trying to forget that that's who he was, and I was like, I'll never forget. Bitch.
That's who he is to his core, low key.
Yes.
Like I know he stopped dressing like that, thank God, because like it's not the look, but I feel like to his core that will always be a part of him.
He just matches his vibe, which I guess I kind of do too. So this is a little hypocritical of me to like kind of whatever he like phase he's in right now.
Yeah.
Like when he lived in Florida, he kind of dressed like a surfer guy, and I'm like, you're not. But now he's you get it. Which, but who am I talking? Pulling out. Yeah. So whatever.
She said, "Yeah, let me stop. Let me not be a hypocrite." Okay, well that's good to know. That's kind of why I want to get the black Uggs or the Uggs, quote unquote Uggs, the black instead. Oh,
I gotta send you pictures of the ones I'm thinking about
because I feel like black is just better for me. Okay, yeah, send me a picture because I want to see, or show me, or don't. Okay, moving on.
I'm not gonna do it right now. But I
will
Okay, this is one that I think is really funny. And I actually kind of talked about with a client today indirectly. Are horse girls back in? I feel like that's kind of a valid question.
I'm dead.
I have my thoughts. You let me know.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. By horse girl, what do you mean? Like, are we talking?
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh God.
You know, like there was a girl in elementary school that was kind of into horses, and you're like, wait, she's kind of weird.
No, yeah, I definitely know.
Why do I? I'm not gonna sway your opinion. You say your
I think
piece.
like wannabe cowgirls are in. I don't know about horse girls. Is that the same family or is that a similar family?
I feel like they're cousins,
They're cousins.
but different.
Yeah.
Cowgirls always kind of been cool in a way,
But it's like a wannabe cowgirl. Like not a real cowgirl. Like these
but
hoes
it's
just put on
kind
a
of like,
cowboy hat. Okay, let me not say hoes. Let me not talk about women like that.
yeah. Let's respect women, Hannah.
I know.
No, horse girl and cow girl.
They're different. I know they're
They're kind
different.
of. It's kind of like Have you ever seen that Barbie movie that's like Princess and the Pauper? There's the blonde and the pink, and then there's the brunette and the blue.
Uh-huh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
two
yeah.
different flavors.
But
Like,
like, is a wannabe cowgirl closer to a horse girl than a real cowgirl? I think so. Or no?
can you repeat the question?
Like, is a wannabe cowgirl closer to a horse girl than a real cowgirl is? Or no? Because the wannabe cowgirl.
You said it is a wannabe cowgirl closer to a horse girl than a cowgirl is to
A
an
real.
actual horse girl. I don't know. Too many horses.
Never mind. Forget that. Let's just get back
Why
to the
is it
core.
called cow when you're riding horses?
I don't know.
Like cowboy, cowgirl.
Yeah, I don't know. What I
Okay.
will say, what I will say is that didn't Madeline Klein like have like some like video about like, oh, I grew up taking care of horses and riding horses, like when Outer Banks I think came out with, like, she was doing like press or something, and she like
Oh, I
had some
missed that.
video where she was like on a ranch, like brushing a cat, what are they called, horses, brushing a horse, and she was like, I grew up with blah blah blah, and now Kendall Jenner is like riding horses every other
Kendall
day.
Jenner has always rode horses.
No, I know, but I'm saying like people are seeing that and being like, oh, that's cool. I don't know.
Right. It's kind of like I have a couple different versions of horse girls. There's obviously the Kendall Jenner that's more like saddle riding,
Mm-hmm.
not nature girl, but like giving bug girl vibe.
What?
Like an elevated bug girl.
Okay, sure. Mm-hmm.
And then there's horse girls in the sense of like nature, butterflies, fairies, pixie dust. There's like grunge horse girl and then chic horse girl.
Okay, so
Neither are cowgirl though.
correct. Okay, yeah, true.
Do I don't even know what we're talking about.
So
anymore.
what's the question?
Are horse girls back in?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, like, I don't think I've seen as much as you're making it seem like you've seen about this.
Okay.
Besides the fact that, yeah, I don't know. Are they? What do you think? I think you think they are, but maybe you must be on a different side of TikTok than I am right now.
Yeah, I know I've been into Western stuff recently and more of that like rustic
Yeah.
vibe. And I'm trying to decide, do I classify myself as a cowgirl or a horse girl? I don't think I'm a horse girl, to be
I
honest.
don't think you're either, to be honest. I
But
know you want to be a cowgirl, but I don't think you are. I think you're.
then what would you say I am? At this phase. And this is back to I'm dressing as my eras. Like I'm in my
Like, what are you to your
environment.
core, or what are you just like vibing on right now?
I would like both, please.
She's like, tell me every question, or she's like, oh, I love this question. I think,
Wow, you really are good at impersonations.
thank you. It's one of my many talents. Just kidding, but I am pretty good at them. I just view you as a city girl, regardless.
Someone told me that the other day too.
You don't like that answer?
I just feel like who I am now versus who I was in New York is so different. Like to the core of who I am, I've always been the same and always will be the same. But as far as like what gets me high on life is different, if that makes sense.
I stand by my answer, but I
Oh.
see what you're saying, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not trying to say you're the same now as you were when you lived in New York, because that's not at all.
I get the sense that like the hustle, the boss bitch mentality is like I give that energy.
Yeah, you can't
So
be
I
all
see
of
that,
them.
but I want to be. That's where I like I know.
Mm,
I want to have my flavor of the month every like city I
yeah,
go to.
Yeah. Well, if you're not a city girl, I don't think I can say you're a cowgirl or a horse
No, it's
girl.
yeah.
I would say you're like a. I don't even know what any other categories are. I'm drawing a blank right now.
I truly think I'm Barbie. I like to dress the part. Like
Yeah.
I like the vibe. Like I've really committed to like the whole New York City thing, and now I'm committed to the whole mountain thing,
Mhm.
and that's where I'm getting the Western from. So
Yeah. No, I do think Western is more in than maybe it once was.
okay,
I think. I don't know. I feel like that was such a like bad way to. We didn't even really. Whatever. We're just chatting.
it's a good
It's
combo.
fine.
I
Okay.
laugh.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay, this is good. Not really, but it's the one I'm gonna ask. what What is one talent that you don't have that you wish you had? It could be as deep as something crazy like interpersonal, like it could be like something like that, or it could be I wish I could juggle, or it could be anything.
I feel like it's I wish I could sing.
That was my that when I wrote this question, that's what I was thinking.
Like besides what we just talked about for Taylor Swift, like part of me wants to be like the best of the best, and I feel like there's a certain elevation that you have when you can sing. And I
Mhm.
feel like it is something that you can be in fact the best at
Yeah.
in different ways. Like there's not one best, but like the impact and like you get to make bigger statements, bigger productions, bigger wow factor. You get to just dream on a bigger level
Mhm.
if you're a pop star or
And
like just a famous singer.
yeah, that's true. I'm at like I like to have the voice of Ariana Grande. I just would love to know what that's like.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
And like okay, this is really exposing myself, but this is kind of like the core of who I am. I
Mhm.
do have a little dance party every evening by myself with my mirror and just bump
Mhm.
the tunes. And it's
Mhm.
on my profiles, and I'm very proud of this, and I'm just learning to embrace it. But I like that. I
Mhm.
would like to do that in front of a lot of other people and get paid to do it for reasons that I have a talent, not just because I look pretty. Like, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
singing would be one of those.
So true. Yeah.
Because then I could kind of dance and like do
Imagine
my little walkies and like strike a
being on
pose.
stage in front of thousands of people, just like that's. I just yeah, that's just crazy. That'd
It's
be
also
wild.
like a challenge that I think would build so much character, and I love
Mhm.
character development.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I think that's
True.
mine.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Um what is your New Year's resolution this month?
Fuck you. I don't know. Don't next. No comment. Well, repeat it. I heard you lost me at New Year's resolution. Say it again.
Somebody's bitter.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Say the question. Say it with your chest this time, though. I really need you to repeat the question one more time.
What is your New Year's resolution this month?
What you mean this month?
You
I
made
know
this
what you
bold
mean. And
statement.
you know what's crazy is I don't even know if that note is any on my phone. Hold on. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. What month is it? Is it September?
Yes.
Okay. Well, earlier you said it was October, so I don't know.
I knew you were going to bring that up. I was rounding up. We're 2 days away.
Okay. So should I round or no?
No.
I guess you want to know if I did it.
Yeah. You got 2 days.
Oh, fuck. I didn't. Shit. I haven't
What
looked at this. Oh,
You're
wait.
welcome.
Did I do that? Oh, no. Oh, I did do that, but I did that in the wrong month. Fuck. Does that count if I like switched them by accident?
Sure, but you can't. You got to tell us which. Tell me September, and then if you did another one, you can switch it.
I didn't. I'm talking about. Yeah, no, no. I was looking at October. My resolution for October, I already did in a different month. But that's not what we're talking about. Um, September says explore something new every week. Parentheses, particularly relating to Boone. I don't do that. I don't think. I don't
You've put
even
yourself
remember.
out there a lot and made new friends though, so I know that's not quite the same, but it's
That's
like in
true.
that family.
That's true. I love that. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I did do that.
You went to tap, you joined that tap club and that was new.
That's true. That's
You went on a
true.
hike that you
That's
hadn't done
true.
before. I got
That's
two.
true.
You
That's
got to find
true.
two more.
I went I went with one of my new friends to like this social event for this like
Oh, that's right.
club slash organization thing.
You went to a
And
football game
that is also true.
and
Yes.
you never did that during undergrad, which was
That
stupid.
is true. I know. I don't know why I
Look at
did.
that. We just crossed enough resolutions.
Amazing. So then I guess
Mm.
in a roundabout way I did kind of do it.
In a roundabout way, you did.
Crazy. My one for October is get another tattoo, but I just got another. I got one in August.
Then maybe you should switch August to October.
The one in August is lame though. It just says get settled in my apartment. But honestly, I'm not fully settled yet. So like maybe
Maybe
October's
you
my
should.
goal. My goal is to like get everything. I mean, I'm like mainly settled, but there's like a couple. Like there's a one box over there that's just like full of crap that I just don't know what to do with. And
Mm.
then there's like I need to do that, make that like DIY plaster art thing. Maybe I'll do that this
Same.
weekend.
I need to get white paint.
Yeah. And then there's just a couple random things that are like laying around that just like don't haven't gotten a place yet. So maybe I should do that. Um okay. So then yeah, I kind of did it. Cool. All right. Let's see. I can't believe you asked me that.
I
You knew that
waited.
was going to piss me off too.
I didn't ask it last time because I was trying to avoid it, so you had to answer it this
Thank
time.
you. That was kind of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My little what was that? That was not English. What do you have any late obsessions as of late? Like are there any like things
Ooh.
like activities, hobbies, products, foods, stuff, anything in general that's like you're like lately really into?
This is good. Um, I think I'm into pink.
I didn't know that was going to be your answer, but that's yeah, that makes sense.
I've got a couple things. The other one
Actually,
that I've really
I just said didn't I say the other day that you're in your Barbie era still? I
I
mean,
said
you've
I
been
was in
in
my
your
Barbie
Barbie.
area.
I know, but I think I don't know. Anyway, that's true. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I'm just embracing the pink.
Mhm.
But this is more real and legit. I've been really into soup.
Okay, that's a good thing. You're trying to manifest fall with that one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
Mhm.
yesterday had a grilled cheese and tomato soup for
Oh,
dinner. Hits
that
different.
it does. If
I
you
love a good
so good.
like crab or lobster bisque, obviously
Yeah.
chicken noodle, a
Mm.
miso soup,
Mm.
like it's one of those things now when I go to lunch at work, which isn't that often, but like I'm like whoever gets soup and I'm like, I'll get a soup.
I know, isn't that crazy? Isn't that
Like a soup and a salad or
crazy
a soup and a side.
what maturing does? It makes you like soup.
Yeah. Love soup. Um I've also just been in to like I've been really into my hair care. Um
True.
I've got some new products that I'm trying out and then just taking better care of it. Which that was a resolution of mine and I've been really good about it, but I feel like I've got to that 6-month period where I was like, okay, I've done this. How can I get better from here?
Mhm.
So kind of that.
Okay. We love
And
to see it.
always in my salmon era.
Oh, that's facts. Yeah. I do love a good salmon.
I stay in
Somebody
my
told me the
salmon.
other day they were like I love salmon and sushi, but they were like the taste of salmon when it's cooked makes me want to vomit. And I was like
I'm
that's a
kind of the
hot
opposite.
it's a hot take that I've never heard. Normally most people like salmon cooked and not
Right.
in sushi, but he was like no, I only like it raw. He was like the cooked salmon or he said sometimes he likes it, but then sometimes he it randomly like you know how people some people be like uh some people will be like when chicken starts tasting like chicken and it's like not it or something or like
Oh,
when it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he was like it sometimes he just gets a weird bite that tastes like wrong, and then it like ruins it for him for months. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that sucks to be you, man, because I love a good salmon in all forms. But that's
Yeah.
just me.
Okay. Should we each just ask one more?
Yeah, I only have 2 more anyway, and one of them is lame. So
Okay. So one more each. Let me
yeah.
decide. Do you want serious or fun?
Like, I don't know. Fun.
Okay. What are you looking for in social media entertainment right now? Like what's really kind of like scratching your itch when you're looking for things to watch or scrolling on the FYP?
Um, that's a really good question. I don't know because, honestly, can I opt for the serious question? Because I don't know what I don't
Okay.
know.
Sure. We'll do a switcheroo.
That's a hard. I don't know why that I can't think of anything to say
I thought
about
that would
that.
be fun.
I think it. No, it's not fun. I just don't. I mean, it's. I guess
You're
I'll
not going to
answer
like the
it.
serious one.
Fuck. Then I'll answer this one.
Do you want
Then.
to
Wait,
hear
what
it?
is it? What's the serious one? Wait, am I allowed to hear it but not answer?
Yeah, because then I'll just ask you next time
Okay.
and you'll have to answer. You can
Okay.
marinate
Okay.
on it.
That's it.
What's the biggest lie you tell yourself consistently?
Oh, I don't even know what. Like, I'm not reacting that way because I have some answer that I'm afraid to say. I just don't even want to think about that.
I know. I think we all have things in our head that we like shut off.
That's
Not even lie, just
crazy.
like didn't happen, but what it clearly did.
Oh my god, that's why. That's not. I'm not prepared to go there right now. Okay, back to
Yeah.
social media. Let me think. I would say honestly, I don't know. Sometimes lately I've been like feeling like I've been scrolling on TikTok so much and getting absolutely nothing out of it, which like
Mhm.
I feel like that's half of social media these days.
Yeah.
Um so as far as TikTok, I don't know because I feel like there's just so much crap on there. Like there's just so much unnet like what I'm scrolling and for what to see what these people do talk like I don't know. I feel like there's a
Mhm.
lot of useless information and useless stuff on there that just helps you waste time. Which is crazy that I
Yeah.
say that cuz like I'm like posting on TikTok, so it's like what makes my stuff worth watching versus other people's stuff cuz a lot of times it's just funny or not funny but just like silly random stuff that I think of. Um so I don't know. I think that honestly, I want TikTok to, and I don't think this has anything to do with, I think this is more of my own self control and less of people's content.
Mhm.
But like, I don't know what needs to be done so that after I'm like scrolling on TikTok, I don't feel like I just wasted so much time.
Oh.
Is that a me problem? Am I the drama? Like, how does that?
I mean, I definitely think
Maybe
you're a
both,
contributing factor
for sure.
because the only time I really go on TikTok is when I'm in bed, like trying to wind down.
Yeah,
And so,
same.
like, I kind of block that into my day as like wind down time.
Yeah.
And I enjoy TikTok for the sense of like, I don't have to think. That's honestly why I don't watch movies because I don't want to make a choice of what movie I'm watching. I don't want to have to decide, first off, what streaming platform am I going to?
And
Then what am I
then
watching?
mhm.
Then how long? That's too much. And
Yeah.
that's also why I watch a little bit of social media on YouTube and stuff like that. But that's why I've enjoyed TikTok because I don't have to like make a choice of who am I watching or what am I watching. It just curates that for me.
Yeah. I think it's a me problem then because I just get stuck on TikTok. Like I have a hard time stopping once I start.
Oh, I mean,
Whereas
for
like
sure.
if I say I'm going to watch 2 YouTube videos and then go to bed, that's easier
Oh,
for me
you
to
will?
do. Yeah. Like
That's
I'll
see, I'm
put
the opposite
down.
actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird. Maybe
Like if I
that's
start watching a YouTube video, I think more will generate that I like, and so I'll just be like, "Oh, let me watch that one too." Where TikTok, I'm like, as
oh.
soon as I feel my eyes like
You
close,
say I'm out. No,
yeah,
I'm done. Yeah.
close, cancel. That's my cue to go to bed.
Oh, that's weird. I'm the opposite, which I know that doesn't really answer your question.
I can say I kind of relate in the sense, yes, my feed is curated to me, but it kind of gets cycled in 3 things at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like motivational quotes, unboxings, and then like funny videos.
Yeah.
And maybe I want to watch a vlog, but they're not cycling in the vlogs
Oh, I hear. Yeah.
until I like one.
Honestly, I need TikTok for the recipes. That's what I need it for.
I love that.
Where's Recipe Talk? I'm like kind of on it, but not really. So that's what I want. But I've been more into YouTube lately than TikTok, to be honest.
Damn. That's good. Who you been liking on YouTube?
There's this one couple I've talked about them before.
Oh my gosh.
Their name's Josh and Sav. They're married and they're amazing and I love them and they're so funny. I love them. Besides them, there's this one girl, her name's Janine Amapola, and she's a I guess I no, she's definitely like a Christian influencer, but she does a really good job in her videos of like blending lifestyle with that, and just like
That's
she has a lot of
great.
good advice, and she has a podcast and like she vlogs, but I feel like I watch her vlogs more than I watch her podcast.
I just feel like I watch podcasts on YouTube.
Yeah, I do too sometimes, but
I'm less
sometimes I
action.
can't commit to a whole hour.
I just put it on for background noise.
I know. So I have a problem though where like sometimes I can't, like if I am really into somebody, I can't just put their podcast on in the back. Like I want to be paying full attention.
There's certain ones for sure, but
But
I
like
think
I
I have
guess
so many.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I feel like there's less actionable stuff to watch on YouTube these days. It's more conversation based. I think people are
Yeah.
lazy and they don't want to film their lives or they like the privacy, which I get, but like
Yeah. Sometimes who I put on in the background when I want to just like hear noise and sometimes pay attention is James Charles. He's a backgrounder for me these days. I feel like he has so many videos.
I like watching his older ones. The new
Yeah.
ones I'm like they're okay.
Yeah, that's why I put them on in the background. When I like don't want to fully commit to paying attention, but I just like want something playing. And also Ken and Han, they're pretty cool. I watch them sometimes.
I need to go back and I like to re-listen to them once we upload, and I haven't done that.
No,
I don't think clips.
I don't think I've ever re-listened to any of our podcasts all the way through, but I do watch our old videos.
Oh shit.
They're funny.
That's also a Roman Empire.
Oh my god, yeah. True. Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap my answer. Let me ask you one more and then we'll be done.
KK.
Oh. Wait, is that really my other question? That's lame. We just talked about this in the last one.
Well, you said in the last one you were going to ask me something, but then didn't because you're like, that's not my next question.
Oh, that was the Roman Empire one.
Oh.
This one says, how do you feel about turning 25 in a few days? But we talked about like birthdays, but I guess you could answer that because...
No, come up with a better one.
Okay, let me see.
Go.
Oh, you're going to fucking hate me for this.
No.
Never mind, actually.
Actually, no, you say it.
Oh, now you want to know. Oh, now you want to know.
I gave you 2 to choose from. You give me 2 to choose from.
Okay, we can either talk about you turning 25 or we can talk about friends with benefits. You choose.
Turning 25.
Okay. Go ahead then.
What do you want to know about friends with benefits? I feel like we've talked about this before.
I don't know. You don't get to know all the details of the question if you choose the other question.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take friends with benefits.
Okay, friends with benefits for 25, please. That sounds like you're on a game show. Please. No, I was just gonna say I don't really have a particular question about it besides, number one, How do you feel about it these days, like as we get older? Number two, and not even just not I'm not even asking about you personally, I'm just asking about in general. Number two, do you think that it is I don't want to say possible because I feel like we've touched on that before.
We have. That was
But do
actually
you
the first
think
question you ever asked me in our first ever girl talk because I'm a
oh,
fan.
really?
Mm-hmm. Big
Well,
fan.
then let's round up. Let's hear what your updated answer is. I don't know. Just what do you
Okay.
think about it?
I'll do this.
Because I feel like it changed. This topic has changed from like being 18 and now we're like 20
Fair.
mid 20s. It's like what's that dynamic like?
Yeah. I'll answer for myself as well as the general public.
Okay.
Um, how do I feel about them now? I think it's fine.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like as you get older, it's less of the truly friends with benefits and more so just like casual
Yeah.
hooking up.
Yeah.
Um, because there is a finite end to it, and I think it's really like, were you friends before and after?
Mhm.
Not to say you can't be, but is it obviously more than a one night stand with one of your friends, and then after you do it for so long, are you really friends after? Um, do I think it can work? Sure. I think if you set those really clear expectations, this is what's going to happen. Here's how I feel. Are you in? You out? Fine. But what I'm realizing now, there's more constraints in life from the expectation of others. Like, one point, your friend with benefit is going to have a significant other that is then going to have an opinion about you as their previous friend with benefit.
True.
And it's also one of those things, like, if they're really your friend, they're going to tell your significant other about, or their significant other about you. And that's also kind of where the line falls of like, okay, we're not really friends anymore because clearly there's an issue.
Yeah.
But there are circumstances where it works. Personally, I think it's fine.
Do you think that it's possible for
I
people to
don't think.
be friends with benefits and no one catch feelings?
I think it's rare.
Yeah.
Do I think it's impossible? No.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, I think it's a not nice roller coaster of emotions, but it
She's
shows that, like, okay, it's actually great that this didn't happen.
yeah.
um
Yeah.
Overall, not a great concept, I'll say that. It's not something
Yeah.
I don't think people should actively be searching
Seek out.
for,
Yeah.
because I think it makes the friendship difficult.
I would agree. I think it more times than not it becomes more complicated than it should be and someone catches
Someone
feelings.
someone's going to get hurt in some regards, whether it's
Mhm.
feels or not.
Definitely.
um I feel like as you get older, there's higher risk and there's higher reward, like
Yeah.
serious and not serious. You just got to decide, are you willing to go through the harder pain if shit goes bad?
Right.
Because when you're a kid, you're going to bounce back. And not that you
Mhm.
won't as an adult, but like, are you also willing to like kind of risk if it's truly a friend
I was going to say
ending
plus
that friendship?
I feel like I'm talking about friends with benefits. I'm not talking about the person who you've hooked up randomly with maybe once, maybe twice.
Right.
Like there's a difference. It's like
And there's a difference between friends with benefits and casually dating.
exactly.
Casually dating kind of implies that there's feelings and like you're more than friends and you care about them in a more intimate way, whether
Mhm.
it's like or love, who knows.
Mhm.
But friends, it's like purely physical in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's more
Yeah.
like the convenience of it.
Yeah.
Is it something that I would do now? No, I don't.
Probably not. Yeah.
No. Actually,
Yeah.
it's a hard no. I
Yeah.
don't want to sleep with any of my guy friends.
Yeah.
Um at least that I actively know at this
Right.
moment.
That you're like actually friends with.
But it's also at the point too, don't you kind of, and I don't really know this because I'm again not haven't dated that many people, don't you want to kind of get to a place where you're like obviously like in like or love with your significant other, but also kind of like friends at the same time? Like it's not just one or the other, like you're both. Not
Oh.
best friends. I don't like when people are best friends but there's an even other. I think that's unhealthy.
Oh, that's a hot take. Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And not that you can't be like besties, but I think each party should have a respective go to outside of the relationship that you are
Oh.
fulfilled by, that's like your best friend. But calling your significant other your best friend, I think you're limiting yourself.
But what if you mean
It's
like
different.
it's a problem when you don't have anybody so then your significant other becomes your best friend, or it's a problem when people just use that term?
Both.
Interesting. I definitely think the first one is a problem. Like if you
Because it
cut
to
everybody
me it's
out.
and I just think you don't say that term unless you mean it. It's kind of what we were talking about earlier, like believe what you're told.
Well, if you choosing to spend the rest of your life with somebody.
That's why again I think you can be close friends, besties, like and have that friendship and companionship, but I just think it's more than a best friend.
Oh, definitely. It's way more, but
That's why I don't like that verbiage of I it's just like
hmm.
you're my best friend, but one day when I marry someone, he's going to be it's like a different category of best friend. Like it does I don't know, I just think it's stupid.
Remind me not to say in my wedding speech about I've made about my best friend. I don't know if I would call my husband my best friend, but I don't think I feel as against it as it sounds like you do.
I mean, I'm not going to judge people if that's what makes them happy and that's how they feel.
I am
And I'm not
against
also I haven't
people.
really been in love in a long time, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. Because I don't
It's
really
just
think.
something I feel a way about right now.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think
So
I've
I
ever referred to like any of my boyfriends as my best friend, but I don't.
it's more that
That's
it's like
different. Hmm.
unless you truly started as best motherfucking friends,
Like
but
what?
there's a point that you have to like it's just different. It's just different.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like to me even different than like family. Like this the idea of that, it's different.
The idea of your relationship with your significant, like your husband.
Yeah, like obviously he's becoming family and you two are becoming a family, but
Mm-hmm.
like it's different from family in the sense of like labeling it like I love you like you're a family member. I have friends that I view as family.
Mm-hmm.
He is someone that I will eventually view as family, but it's like different than just making that statement of like, oh, he's my family. Like he's more than that. You know?
Yeah, kind of.
It's
I
like
feel
not
like
labelable.
labelable. That's I feel like the more encompasses all of those things and then some. That's why I feel like
Right.
people use those terms. I don't think people are using those terms to say that's all they are.
Fair. I just want them to come up with a better term.
Well, then you should do that because it sounds like
I feel like that's what love is, but I think people just be saying love way too fucking much.
yeah, that's also true. People
Yeah.
definitely do. What's an appropriate time to say that? I don't know. That's not a. I just
That's a
came up
story
with
for a different day.
that.
Never. Just kidding.
Yeah, I
Back to the
don't
friends with
know.
benefits. I don't know if I stated my opinion, so I'll briefly say, is it possible? Yes. Do I think it's healthy? Probably not. Is it something I actively think I will ever participate in? No.
Mm-mm.
Um, it's just not where I'm at. I don't want to be involved with a friend like that.
Facts.
Not that if you are, it's bad and that I never have, but circumstantially, I just don't think that's what I want for myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I think now I would be the one to not catch feelings. And I don't want to be a bad guy.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
And I don't think men take as well to like bad news like that.
They don't take as well to what?
Like were if I had a guy, like a friend with benefits, and I
And
was
you
like,
were like, "This is ain't
I
it
want to
anymore."
stop, he wouldn't become friends with my new boyfriend.
Oh no.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I don't think men work like that. Which to each their own, that's not wrong. But like then we were never friends with benefits. I don't know, it's just not for me.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't And my guy, that's another thing too. When you ask me, okay, this was my other point. When you ask me about dating in my 20s, I feel like in your 20s, you really see your guy friends just become absolute dudes. And it's like,
Mhm.
I'm good. I've
Yeah.
seen, not even about them in particular, but like you just know the inner workings of a male a little too much. You're like, I'm gonna take a step back
That's why
because
that's why like, and I respect the game so much that you shoot your shot, but when people who you've known personally for longer than and they try to shoot their shot out of nowhere, it's like, hold up, I've seen too much of you. Like, I know too
they'll
much.
and they're not gonna stop.
I know, I know.
Yeah, you just see your guy friends be guys, and you're like, they're all like this.
Yeah, it's true.
You might not see it with your eyes, but you know in your soul it's happening, or they think about it, or they wish it was happening, or they're doing it. But like
Yeah,
they've all done it.
it's true.
Yeah.
That's tough, but it be like that. I really do.
So that's my big takeaway is be careful out there. Streets ain't easy.
No, it's not. It's rough on these streets.
No, but
Why do I feel like the biggest lie, back to the question that you were going to ask me before this, is that
yeah,
the biggest, wait, what was the question? What's the biggest lie I'm telling myself?
yeah.
This is definitely not the route that you're looking for, but the biggest lie I feel like I'm telling myself is that I'm never going to find a man or that I'm never going to get married.
You don't believe that, and I know
I've
it.
been saying that for a minute though.
You've been on a train, but trains do stop at some point.
I don't know. I don't know about this train. I don't know.
I think you also know though
I'm like
you can
half.
have one anytime you want.
I don't just want one though. I don't
Right.
want the. I
Well,
don't want
this
the
is
one. I don't want the one that I could call right now and have at my door in 5 minutes.
yeah,
I don't
no
want
one
that one.
does. That's the pivotal difference in dating your 20s. Women get to this point and men
Don't.
are still showing up at doorsteps.
That's so true.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the chase, that's part of the game. You got to let some old dogs back in, learn they haven't learned
Mhm.
new tricks and then keep it
Mhm.
moving.
I know.
Not this dog. This dog does not let old dogs back in.
She said, "Don't get it twisted. This dog ain't doing that."
No,
I don't
we
know.
we don't go backwards in this household.
I hope that doesn't happen to me, but sometimes I'm like, why? Why do I? Part of me knows that's a lie, and part of me thinks it's not.
It's not. You're
Okay,
just
fine.
it's a
I'm just
phase,
delusional.
mom. It's a
I don't even, and I'm
phase.
not even saying that because I like want a boyfriend and can't find one, because that's not it. I just for some reason feel like I'm just
I for me as your friend, this is the first time I feel like you've said that and like wholeheartedly meant it.
meant what?
That you're not looking and
Oh,
like
that like I
interested in
don't.
dating right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing, right?
I just think it's a nice like evolution of you. Whatever
Mm.
that looks like, as long as that makes you happy. Like I'm not here to judge. There's times in the past where you'd say that and then there'd be kind of a fling for a couple months, which again, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But it was like I feel like you got to the point you were like, okay, I'm saying what I mean. I'm meaning what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna action on this until someone great comes along. Or I'm ready again, you
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not
No,
just like
that's
you always had the perspective and I think you probably still do, but it's like you
I'm
never
not
know what
gonna
it could
stop
be,
something. Yeah.
which is fine, but you're also at a place where like some stuff is still just bullshit. And even if it could be, like, I'm not pressed to find out right now. If it's meant to
Yeah.
be, it'll come back and whenever the time's right.
Well, and plus I think now I can recognize, I can understand, I can see something for what it is before I let it get to that. Like I'm not going to just let, like, yes, I'm not going to stop something that could be great, but when I say could be great, I don't mean potential. I'm not going to see somebody for
Yeah.
what they could be and give them a chance. I'm going to see, okay, these are amazing qualities. Let's see
Right.
where this can go, and then as soon as I see something I don't like, I'm going to say I'm out. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But I'm also not, I haven't even done that yet cuz I haven't met anybody. Like I'm not.
Yeah, but you're also, I think, happy like alone.
Yeah.
And not that you
That's
weren't before, but like I think you're so filled by yourself right now. It's less of like a pressing topic on your mind than I think it has been in the past.
yeah.
Because I remember when you first moved home, I feel like we talked all the time of you were like, I'm gonna be single forever. I'm gonna be single forever. I'm gonna be, And it was like, no,
Mhm.
you're not. But now it's not as much as a topic because I think you're like, I'm just good. I'm in grad school. I'm doing me.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm definitely happy being alone right now, and part of me thinks that's why I'm gonna be single forever. Cause I'm like,
Hey, welcome to the club, man. You know how I feel.
I know, fuck, I don't want to be single forever. I mean, I do right now, but like, whatever.
Pick a side.
The time will come. The time will come.
No, I'm not worried. Whatever's meant to be will be.
For sure.
If I
I'm
am
gonna.
alone forever, it's a fucking great time. If I find someone, it better be a fucking great time.
Yeah, that's true. That's facts. Okay.
I was also sorry, not to keep this going too
No,
long,
you're
but
good.
I was talking to someone the other day about roommates and just the idea. And then I've always been a little wary. And I know the time will come and I'm excited for that day. And I know I'll be excited when that time comes, but I'm just not there yet.
You mean to live with a man?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just like what a big step that is. And what, like,
I know it's crazy because it's not only is it like it's so much more than just a roommate, but it is all of those things plus.
right.
It's like all the roommate things plus everything else.
Right.
I
And the
can't.
expectation of like so many people that I know are like moving in with significant others or like even spending a lot of time with them. It's like you're kind of signing up to make this big commitment. Like, I don't know many people that actively move in with a significant other and they're like, "Yep, we're gonna break up in 2 months." Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
true.
there's more like on the line with that, which I think makes a pressured environment to like stick things out or not communicate or like it's such a learning curve too. And obviously, not going through it, like, don't take my word as like the holy grail by any means, but like
Mhm.
it just blows. Like, it's something I can't comprehend at the moment. Like
What do you
walking
think you
I can't imagine walking into my apartment and someone being here.
What do you think like when you and I know you won't be able to answer this like fully, but like what do you how do you feel about like living with a boyfriend? Like would you live with a boyfriend that you've been with for a super long time
Yeah.
or you would?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
I
know.
think
Some
you have
people
to before you get married.
really?
Yeah, I 100% do, whether you're
Okay.
engaged and not. If you're like on that route,
Do
like,
you
I think it'd be silly not to.
do you think so would you move in without talking about engagement or would you move in like would you move in with a boyfriend you're with for let's say 3 years but nobody said a word about engagement or would you move in when you know that like it's going in that it's going to go in that direction eventually.
I think it depends on a lot of factors. I think in my
Yeah.
head we would have had the engagement talk and marriage talk
Yeah, yeah.
just because one, I think 3 years is that pivotal kind of timeline. I think you need to be with someone at least 2 calendar years before getting married.
Mhm.
3 is nice for a buffer and then to get engaged. That's kind of my personal
Mhm.
vision for myself.
Right.
Um like shit just isn't easy. No year looks the same, no day looks the same. Expectations don't look the same. Um and you have to navigate learning how to be an individual in a couple
True.
and then to be a couple as an individual. Um if that makes sense. I think that was pretty wise right there, to be honest, if we
Mhm.
really break it down. But kind of the idea of like you're never going to bed like alone,
I know. Isn't
which,
that crazy?
trust me, when it happens, I feel like I'm going to be so excited.
Yeah.
But part of me is like, why do I feel like I need separate bedroom?
Stop it. No, absolutely not.
Or at least separate like spaces of the house. Maybe not bedrooms, but like
Yeah. I
I
mean,
need
he
my
can have his
girl
man cave and you
area.
can have your whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Maybe we just have like separate offices or something.
Yeah.
Um, but that's where I just think you in your head just kind of decide like, okay, I'm ready to give up the freedom. And not in the sense of like partying and sleeping with other people, but like
Just your own space.
the decisions you make are now 50-50 rather than
For
they
sure.
only affect you. That's also why I don't have a dog.
Oh my god. You can't have a dog. I won't
Not right
allow it.
now.
Yeah, no, not right now. Eventually though.
Oh,
Do you I don't think I want a dog until I'm married or like until I'm living with a significant other.
I think I need to have one by myself because
I
that's
think
the
so.
other thing too. Buying a pet with your significant other is having a child with your significant other.
Oh, well, yeah, I wouldn't do it with a boyfriend. I mean, like a husband. I wouldn't buy a dog with a boyfriend who I've like barely.
I
I
would
wouldn't
move
do
in with
that.
someone before I buy a pet with them.
I wouldn't do. Yeah, no, I'm not saying I want to get a dog with my boyfriend. I'm saying I don't want a dog until I have a husband who can help me take care of it.
No, well, and I feel like if you date, like, and say I had a dog and I got a boyfriend, my expectation wouldn't be that he takes care of my dog, but like if I'm out of town, would I let him dog sit or let him stay at my place? Like, there's things that you start to let people in on,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, there's just something just like so special and intimate about like, we're going to birth this thing and like take care of it and discipline it and love it, and it's going to love us back.
You talking about a dog or a child?
Dog!
Oh,
Because
yeah,
that's
that's
what you
why
do with a dog.
I would do that when I get a husband.
Right, and that's fine. Like,
I
I'm
don't.
not.
I don't want a dog by myself. I don't think it's so much freaking work. Like unless I'm 35 years old and have no prospects, like I don't want a dog by my. Like it's just so. That's just so much. I just don't know. I don't know. So much freaking work. Dogs are so much work. It's not even funny.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I know. I hate that for you.
I know.
Actually, I really do.
I know. But to your
Mm.
point, like, I don't know if there will ever be a good time when I'm alone.
No,
But nothing scares me, or not scares me, but there's just nothing more that I would want than to own a dog with a boyfriend and shit not go right.
I would never do that.
I would
No,
never either. That's my whole
you
point.
shouldn't. Yeah, no. Let's not do that.
I won't.
Okay, good.
It's
Now,
not in the plan.
okay,
Also, I could not share my first dog with someone. This is special for me. I waited this long.
that's true.
You're
That's
not
different for
getting in
you.
my shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've
He's gonna be
had
my
plenty of
dog.
dogs.
You've had two.
Girl, I've had about 10 dogs between the age of 0 to now.
Really? I thought you only had red dog and then
When
blue.
when we were growing up, we had 3 dogs. We had a golden, a
Oh.
collie, and some mix,
Oh, I didn't
and
know
a
that.
cat. We had 3 dogs, and then
I had
we
curb curb.
adopted a random one, or we saved, not adopted, we saved a stray for like a while. So that would make 4. And then we had, okay, so maybe 10 was an exaggeration. Maybe it's more like 6. And then red and blue. Red's been the main one, like, since you've known
Right.
me because whatever, but I was way more little when we had those 3 ones.
Yeah.
Um,
I had a cat that was like a dog,
that's true.
but
Curb. R.I.P.
I was gonna say not curb curb.
I miss Curb. That's the only cat ever that I like. Every other cat can get out of my face, but Curb, I liked him. He was
I
cool.
know. It makes me sad because when curb came into our lives, I feel like my memories with my previous cat like vanished.
I know.
I can't remember her as much, and
You
she
don't
was
even. I
a little
know.
more special to me. But now curb became so special to me.
I know. Curb was there. He was just there. He was just there. He was there during. Wasn't he there like during COVID and all that?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. He was like the little annoying brother Colton and I never had.
That's so funny.
Like he would meow all the time and like
Yeah, he would.
walk on that, like just do shit he wasn't supposed to do. Like,
Mhm. Dang. What a guy. I loved him.
yeah,
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot. I forgot.
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot. Oh my gosh. Well, this took a turn.
I know. Now we're just on here, like, not like we're just talking about who knows what. If you're listening still, then honestly, shout
Comment
out
a
to you.
pizza emoji.
Yeah, if if there are any pizza emojis commented on this video, I will be shocked beyond belief.
Yeah, I
There
mean
might
we could.
be, I don't know. There might be one dedicated fan out there, but
Yeah.
besides that,
Shout out to the one guy who asked when I was coming back.
I know. Which, by the way, when is that video drop? Have you even worked on it? It's not my business, but also, where is it
Yeah,
at though?
it's coming.
Where is that though?
It's sitting on the flash drive or
Yeah, I figured.
SD card.
Have you even edited any of it? And also, let me just say the year is coming to the close real quick, and if your Billy interview is not out before next year, I'm actually gonna be so freaking mad. Like, I'm gonna be so mad. Not really, but at this point, I'm just like, oh my god, what?
That's why I'm like, I should just save that and do 2 at one, like
How you
combine
gonna
them.
do that? Like 2 separate ones?
No, just like add 2 new answers in next time.
Oh, that's so weak. Because then
it's
that
the
means you had.
most suspenseful movie release of the year.
Because then you have to. You said you weren't gonna do like like all the split
No,
screen and.
I will not.
So then, how would you add 2 answers in? Just 1 cut, 2 cut?
Yep.
That
1
would
cut,
be
2 cut,
really
3 cut, 4
long.
cut, 5 cut.
Oh my god.
Fans will watch.
No, but I'll watch it, but I don't know about.
You are the fan. That's all I got.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Unless I make this comeback video, there's no fans to watch anyway.
You're gonna get like 1,000 views on this because everybody's gonna want to know what the freak is going on.
That's why I don't want to post, but
Well, then don't.
then I'm never going to.
It's true. Do you want to post because you actually want to, or because you just told yourself you're going to, so now you feel like you have to?
I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to decide because I filmed it and at the time I really meant it, but I'm again noticing patterns of the 2 weeks after I filmed it, I really wanted to edit it, but with the promotion and my mom visiting, there just wasn't a single downtime.
That's valid. Yeah.
And now my goal was to have it up either on my birthday or before my birthday because there's still 2 more videos I have in mind that I want to do soon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, why am I forcing something that's not natural, but I enjoy it. So maybe
Yeah.
I should make time.
Yeah.
And then I talk about it a lot in the video. It's just opening myself back up for that people to look and think they know when they don't.
Let them look. Let them think.
I know. And that's kind of where I'm at. And what bums me out the most is my Instagram. And that's, I don't care who follows me there. I don't care what it is. But I think I was telling you, I can scroll and see my chapters. And this chapter's not there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what I think I'm going to do is do a couple of backlog posts.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if they're old, but I'll know. And then I'll pick back up. But it's
that
again
makes sense.
getting to doing and not just saying.
For sure. For sure. It's hard to get back. I mean, I'm not even. I mean, I guess I'm posting on TikTok and I've posted on YouTube recently, but like, I'm not in a like routine of. I don't know what I'm about to post in that. I don't have another. Like I just posted a vlog of like the Drake concert, but I don't have an idea for another vlog, or another video. So hopefully it's not several months before I come up with something.
Yeah. All I know is when I'm back though, it's over for you hoes. That's all I'll say.
She said, "Watch out,
because
this shit gonna be a movie."
If you got it, you got it.
That's the best quote ever.
I know. We gotta tell that story sometime.
That's true. Okay, we need to end this right now.
We do, because we're out of time. If you again suck it this long, you're a real one. And
you have been this long. Pizza.
You sound like Little Caesars. Yeah, we love you. Like and subscribe because this was good.
It was good.
And there's going to be lots more coming because if there's one thing we're realizing is that we like doing the podcast. So
yeah, that's true.
You know, we're at the Girls That Get It podcast on everything. And we'll see you in an episode real soon. Bye.
Bye.